Alright, what's good? I'm doing my video. I have like a 5-minute ride home from school this year, which is like amazing. So this video, what is it on? Um, oh, what sci-fi, I don't even know how to put it as a title, but talking about how sci-fi is, as a story, is really just the reaction, the human reaction to science fiction discoveries and inventions. That's really all science fiction is. And when people talk about black science fiction or female writer or any other form of diversity, really that's all they're talking about, is that type of cultural, gender, identities, response to something scientific, something that impacts society, a race or culture. And I think what happened to me, I'm always writing, I'm always thinking of stories. Even when I'm reading stories, I'm analyzing them. So becoming a writer in the last 12 years, I have not really read anything, or no story, movie, any of that I done, indulged in, that was purely for entertainment. Everything I've read, watched, even listened to, I've studied, and I've taken things from. I didn't do a full breakdown of it, but I'm always thinking about it. And one of the things that I think about and I analyze in one of the stories that I was reading was a comic book, Blade Runner. It's a beautiful series they have, Blade Runner comics, running right now in October of September of 2020, as a really cool story. But when I'm reading it, I'm just looking at all of the characters, multicultural and all of that, and they still have one culture's response. I think I'm reading Judge Dredd by Brandon Easton, and I'm seeing how, even though he's writing white Judge Dredd and other white characters, how there's a cultural element that he brings to it, whether he knows it or not. I see it a little different. Sometimes I see him writing without me being able to tell what his culture or his race is, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool too. And then I'm reading Far Sector. It's like all three of the stories that I'm reading right now are futuristic stories. But Far Sector is written by N.K. Jemisin, who is a black female writer. I wouldn't say she's a feminist writer, but this particular character is a female character. So if there's a feminist element to her, then this is where it comes out. And I see that in her character. Not quite stereotypic, but I'm thinking, if she wasn't a black woman writing a black character the way she's writing it, it would probably be stereotypic for somebody else to write it. And it's just very interesting how things function in that capacity. We always think that, character diversity is the biggest factor, but the writers also are a factor, and they're more of a diversity than the diversity of characters. I say that all the time. I'm arguing that, black sci-fi is not just black people in the character roles, it's the science fiction of it. That immediately comes to mind is Lovecraft Country, whereas even the black people remixed it, it's still a white foundation. You know, H.P. Lovecraft and Max, the writer of the book Lovecraft Country, they provide a base that even if you're flipping the script, you're flipping a script that was theirs in the first place. So then you have, what's this other thing that's in the news? Marvel is looking for black writers. No, that I think that's a joke, right? Because there's black writers out there and you don't have to look for them. Marvel is saying that their character, Brother Voodoo, is going to delve heavily into black spirituality, or not even say it like that, black religions, right? And as much as, you know, we like to have black on front of everything, Christianity, the Old Testament, Islam, all those are already black religions, okay? So what African people have separate from the Abrahamic religions is spiritualities, right? So when you're looking at Yoruba, that's not a religion, that's a spirituality. Voodoo, Santeria, I forgot the one that's in Trinidad, those are all like the Baptist AME Church, those are remixed Christianity. Those are Christianity, you know, we argue that it's an African religion, but of course it is, right? Same as Judaism, right? But with Voodoo and Santeria, they are African spiritualities mixed with Abrahamic religions. That's different. Now, Yoruba is the spirituality from Africa that is the base for Voodoo and Yoruba, but they throw the Christian symbolisms on top of it. So when I think of what they're planning to do, or what they're saying is going to be done with this Brother Voodoo character, and the movie, which I don't know if they're going to do a Brother Voodoo movie, or they're just going to have him be the other character in a Doctor Strange movie, because he's really, I don't know if he's a villain or he's another superhero in the Doctor Strange universe. So I don't know if they're going to give him his own movie. He's had his own comic books, no doubt, but I don't know if they're going to give him his own movie. Needless to say, they're planning to do what I think is what they did similar to Black Panther, and that is to give a black producer and black writers free reign to explore this character. Now, I don't think they're going to give him a Wakanda. I don't know what they're going to do, but just like with Black Panther, while it was excellently done to the millithousands power, right? It was still a white thought of character. I don't care how many Christopher Priest and Reginald Hudlins and Ryan Coogler's and everybody else, Natasha Coates, all of them jump in. The name, the superhero powers, all of the legend that built Wakanda and what Wakanda is came from the mind of a white person. So that is one element that can't be changed. Now everything else can be remixed, and we remixed it well. You know, the behaviors were fully remixed. But when we're talking about black sci-fi, it's not just a remix. It's black created from the core. And I think I compare my Tallman character to what do you call it? To the Brother Voodoo character, and some of the things that I'm trying to do with that. But there's a whole bunch of characters, I think, that are magic wielding sorcerers like Brother Voodoo that black creators have created. So I definitely think that there's room for it, but I don't know. I wonder where they're gonna go, and I also want to see some of the black characters that get compared to Brother Voodoo. And I still think, like Power Man, Brother Voodoo is a borderline challenging name. And I know black creators created Brother Man, and we use brother in other capacities, but I don't know how they're going to take it, from there. I don't know if it's going to be something, controversial when people start hearing this guy and people refer to him as Brother Voodoo. So we'll see. That may be interesting. Stay tuned. Other than that, that's it. Really, there was nothing but thought that I really wanted to put out in this post, just to get you to think from a different perspective. And that's it. All right. Touch base with you later. Peace.